fly line floatant is a combination of wax and carrier in a liquid state. It is intended to keep your dry lines from absorbing water and to keep the fly floating. Floatant normally has a waxy substance that coats the fly line and a lighter liquid that acts as a carrier for the waxy substance that evaporates. To know more about which fly line floatant to buy, check out our guide video on the best fly line floatant that is available right now. Gehrke fly line floatant. The Gehrke fly line floatant is one of the most popular gel floatants out there. It was the very first safe and effective dry fly floatant. It works great on most flies that consist mainly of synthetic or hair material, but this floatant is not CDC approved. This fly line floatant will mat your CDC flies, which greatly affects their appearance on the water and their ability to stay afloat. It is also greatly affected by temperature, nearly solid in cold weather and liquid when it's hot. The height of this package is 1.1 inches, 3.2 inches in length, and 2.3 inches in width. This fly line floatant is able to hold up a pretty good amount of weight. It shows a low resistance to fish slime. It has an average performance in the rough water test. Yellowstone Fly Goods fly line floatant. Next to great fishing, nothing is more important than a good fly line floatant. At Yellowstone Fly Goods, you'll find a good fly line floatant for practically every style of fishing, all manufactured to the highest quality standards. This fly line floatant by Yellowstone Fly Goods is the hottest fly floatant, dry fly treatment to hit the market in years. It keeps your flies riding high and dry for hours on end. It is excellent when used as a pre-treatment, and good for rejuvenating a fly's floatability while on stream too. Simply dip your fly into Fly Agra's convenient wide-mouthed bottle top, remove and let briefly dry, and your fly gets up and stays that way all day long. Hackle Armour fly line floatant. The Hackle Armour fly line floatant is the best-selling floating and has been field tested. It was approved and sought after by famous fly shops and professional guides and outfitters throughout the United States. This next-generation gel floatant is long-lasting and temperature-stable and meets or beats the quality and functionality of the most well-known floats on the market. This Hackle Armour fly line floatant maintains a constant gel viscosity through a wide temperature range. It is a tiny amount that will keep your fly floating for hours. This offer includes 2 filled 0.5 ounces. Stream side bottles, each packaged in the industry standard container so it will fit caddies. The parent company caters to the outdoor sports market and has been producing floats and other exceptional products for over a dozen years. Hackle Armour Classic Fly Line Floatant. The Hackle Armour Classic Fly Line Floatant has been field tested, approved, and sought after by famous fly shops and professional guides and outfitters throughout the United States. This classic non-silicone-based floatant float flies longer than silicone-based gels. This clear paste liquefies at room temperature and becomes semi-solid again when immersed in cold water, repelling moisture from your dry flies or streamers. This floatant has a human odor scent mask. It has a tiny amount that will keep your fly floating for hours. The traditional bottle doesn't last very long, and spending $6 or more time and time again hardly makes sense. This kit comes with 2 filled 0.5-ounce stream side bottles, each packaged in the industry standard container so it will fit caddies. It also includes 1 to 4 ounce bottles with a dispensing tip to easily refill the stream side bottles.